Guys, we have come across the strangest thing. I actually think this baby is blind. Do you see the color of the eyes there? I'm having the hardest time figuring out. It does have pupils, but it's very... Oh, and there's a... Sorry. And there's a teeny brand new baby with that female there. I can't decide. Sorry, that too many things just happened at once. This other little one, that one's moved off. Let's go back to this other one. I have never, in 11 years of guiding, ever seen anything like that. And it's not an albino. I've seen albino elephants. This isn't an albino elephant. Its tail is very stiff all the time, but notice the hair on the end of the tail. The hair on the end of the tail is also white. Yeah, exactly, Curse. Also white eyelashes. Now, this being said out loud now, as we're talking about it, I've once seen a baby that was born pink, and then developed coloration. Now, with the color of these eyes and the color of the hair and the color of the tail, the eyelashes and the color of the tail, I'm wondering if it's maybe can see, but was possibly albino and then got a little bit of pigment, or maybe some type of alopecia. Alopecia would mean no hair. It's the strangest thing. Let me just see if I can get another view. If any of you got a screenshot of that elephant, please will you send it to me? I've got a friend, as many of you know, who's doing elephant research on stress hormones, but she's also just a good touchstone for things, and I want to send those to her. I want to see what she says. It's not very often that I come across, or many of us come across, something that we really truly have never ever seen of, and I've never even heard of anything like this. I'm completely enthralled. Yeah, it's interesting. Look, they're smelling. Their sense of smell and their hearing is really good. So I don't think we would necessarily know whether or not it was really blind, because they can move around without using their eyesight. Their eyes are also on the side of their head. They do a lot of movement with their trunk. Really pink underneath as well. It also could have possibly been... It's going to come out, I think, again, if we just are patient. It could also possibly be something like a weird, I don't want to say hormone, what's the word I'm looking for? It's like if you have lupus, an autoimmune disease. Okay, it's going to come out here in front of us. Maybe it's possible. Look, it is a mammal, and it's a higher band mammal. It is possible. It's just there, just behind the tree a little bit. Yeah. Everyone, we're going to extend drive for a while. Scott's still looking for Thandi, and we have this crazy-eyed elephant here. And I would like to get a bit more footage of it and share it with all of you. I also wonder, maybe if it was... Did you see the pupils there? So, I don't know if this is true. I was watching a movie the other day. When people go blind, that their pupils get really large. And that, to me, is a not normal-sized pupil for an elephant. I feel like it's smaller than it should be, not larger. Look, everyone, I'm just spitting into the wind here with this because it's something I've never seen. I wonder if maybe it got spat in the eye. Oh, no, look at the coloration under its leg. Look there, on the inside. You see that? It's an albino elephant. It's an albino elephant that's come up with a little bit more pigment as they've gotten older. You could see that pink there. It's an albino elephant. But proper albino. I've just never noticed them to have that funny eye thing before. And to be fair, now that I'm saying that out loud, 2 of those albino calves that I saw earlier in my career didn't survive to this age. I mean, this one is probably 3 years-ish. Very, very, very cool. Oh, and then the tiny little baby's coming out at the back. Sorry. It's albino baby elephant and then teeny tiny brand new elephant. Look, its ears are still stuck to its head. And it's still fuzzy. So have we ever seen an albino elephant on Safari Live before? Is this a new one, viewers? Curse is saying we once saw an Ellie with pink coloration, but not like this. This is very, very cool. I'm tickled pink, as it were. Sorry for the pun. Or hashtag maybe not sorry. This is very, very, very cool. I can't wait for your screenshots to send me. I've got a few people I want to send this out to. Look, you can see that pink really nicely there. Sorry, Kirsch, just send that through one more time. Katie was asking. Katie, I wonder if we would check this elephant because it's special. You know, Katie, we are in an ecosystem. Oh, protected. Look, Katie, it is a special elephant, but it's not more special than any of the other elephants. It's just interesting special. And all elephants aren't more special than the leopard or the zebra or the wildebeest. It's an abnormal thing that's occurred. So no, it's not going to get special protection any more so than any other elephant would get. And also because we're open to the Kruger National Park and the Manueleti, I mean, this herd, I've never seen this baby before. This is a 3-year-old baby. So this is probably a herd that's come in from somewhere else. So there's no way necessarily for us to track it. And also at manhandling it to put a collar on it, and because it's still growing, would be too much stress for it. So this is going to be one of those scenarios where I GPS where I am. You guys send me through those screenshots. I didn't get a chance to get a photo. I send them out to the people who need to have them, and then they catalog it from there. And then possibly other guides on other parts of the property in the Sabi Sands have maybe seen this herd before, or in Kruger or in Manueleti, and then we take it from there. It gets put into a database, and that's how we keep track of these things. So amazing. Absolutely amazing.
Well, what next? An albino elephant. How bizarre. Well done, Noel. And we somehow managed to negotiate our way through a very thick tangle of knobthorn trees without getting too many punctures. And even though I'm very confident she's quite close to the cub, she's still quite insistent on trying to find a meal. And Seben, I think that she's investigating kind of small bushes for any sign of scrub hares, kind of a little takeaway on the way home. You can see she's moving very delicately, very quietly. And the last tracks that we had of both her and her cub were probably, I would say 50 meters from here this morning. So not far away at all. Now, of course, we have no idea where the last tracks actually were of them. Those were just the last tracks that we saw. But I'm confident that this cub is going to poke its head out at any stage. It will wait for a call, though. So she'll, I'm almost certain, let out a call. And we should be able to either see or hear that, or hopefully both. And then we'll get to see her little bundle of joy come charging out of the bushes at her. Who knows how long it's been all alone. Let me reposition quickly. Not sure if I was imagining things, if I heard a call, or if I saw her mouth opening there. Let's look closely now. Let out one more call for us. It's tricky to see when she's facing that way, but we'll see her whiskers move. This little cub's going to come running out at any second. I'm almost 99%. Oh, yeah, there we go. She's calling the little cub. How cool is this? She's definitely going to come running out. And hopefully she's going to jump onto that log. Now, one thing that I'm not 100% certain of, but that is a possible reality. Maybe she's heard the cub responding now, that's why she's not too concerned. You can see her calling again. And copy, thanks, Orbs. Aubrey just got a hold of him on the radio. I think he's got a view of the cub. And I'm surprised this little cub hasn't come charging straight to Mom for two reasons. It should be hungry, and also a little bit lonely. Let me just reposition quickly because we're not in the best spot as and when the cub does decide to come in. She's calling again. Maybe the cub's been in a deep coma, snoozing all day. It's just going to be a matter of minutes before the cub comes out now. Unless, of course, something's happened to it, but I doubt it. I'm fairly confident Mom can hear the cub's responses, and the cub is just taking its time. The other day when we were sitting with Thandi, when she had... Oh, she's heard something. You can see her attention has changed greatly. Is this the cub? Oh, here it comes from the left.
Yeah.
Look at this. How awesome. Where have you been all day, Mom? And why can't I smell any blood on your mouth? And straight for the nipples for a bit of nursing and a bit of milk. How awesome is this, everyone? And very happy that Herbie's wonderful tracking skills led us to this very, very position this morning. We were walking along this very riverbed. Who knows, the cub was probably keeping a beady eye on us as we searched for them, but Mom had probably already moved off by the time we had got here. And what a special moment. Oh, it looks like the cub's managed to find what it's looking for now. Mom's going to do some grooming of the cub while the cub has a drink of tasty milk. I really would love to know how long Thandi's been away. Could be as much as 12 hours, I'm guessing, with ease. And who knows how long she's going to spend here before she heads out again in search of another meal. It may just be an hour or two, resting, relaxing, letting the cub nurse before she heads out under cover of darkness, in the hope that she'll be able to get her and her cub their next meal. Well, as you can see, the cub is clearly drinking milk, but it has got to this age of eating milk as well. First Lady, you've mentioned what an amazing scene to end the safari, and yes, I couldn't agree more. So we shall end the safari right here and right now because we've got a little bit to do on the way home, and we just wanted to make sure that we knew exactly where Mom was stashing the little cub for the time being, and we've established that, so that's great news. And of course we did get to see them reunite, which was absolutely beautiful.